What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a 2017 mixtape by Lil Durk. Basically, this project is called Signed to the Streets 2.5 and it came out in the fall of 2017. So fair about this project here is 2010's trap was really starting to harness itself throughout the mid-2010s, pitches like that. Definitely within the fares is the initial folks like Yo Gotti, Future, Travis Scott, some of these type folks. Travis Scott, some of these type folks started to graph from mixtapes to more album type fare. Now within this particular fare, Lil Durk was definitely large in like the early 2010s Dat Piff come up scene as far as this pitch can happen. Definitely some excellent type products. I've reviewed several of these within these pitches, but this is kind of the transgress. This is actually a free mixtape here to be able to get within these pitches. It's surprising that Signed to the Streets 2.5 kind of is, because this is right on the cusp. He dropped one further mixtape which I reviewed back in I think it was early 2023 pitches like that, but it's kind of the fair as far as saying once you started getting past like the winter, spring of 2018, Lil Durk grafted the albums within those fairs, but he was pretty adamant soldier about the mixtape fair for a solid while. There's another banger within those products. So this gets an easy kind of 10 out of 10 within those pitches now. The unfortunate thing about this project within the full boundness is considering that Lil Durk is Chicago drill pitches like that, similar to Chief Keef and some of those type folks, Lil Reese, folks like that, and Fredo Santana. It's kind of the pitch that oftenly enough, I know folks probably primarily want Lil Durk to do like that Capitol drill that he did back in 2011, 2014, some of those type of years. It's kind of the pitch now. He usually does at least throw the occasional type one on there within the pitch, but this does not have it as much full bound within the viciousness. This is a very brooding type mixtape within the tones behind it, but it doesn't have like the ferocious kind of like bite of like a hyena as far as like the fairs would kind of happen. I mean, it's going to get a 10 out of 10, but it's within the pitch as far as saying it's more of like the contemporary kind of Instagram centric kind of trap more so than like the product is something that you would have had with like the typical kind of Flockavelli type crunk and pitches like that. So it's just the fair. It's not to say it's a bad product. It is definitely excellent type fair, but it's just the pitch as far as saying it's just another one that's more melded as far as this fair is going to happen. But definitely excellent with the pitch. There was at least one single out this product as far as this fair is going to happen. I look after here just being able to say the particular product as far as getting this one here is just the fact that like I was saying, things were starting to graph more to Snapchat and Instagram selling type fairs within the pitch. So this is a particular fair as things started to graph to that particular style. Is like folks like Migos with Culture. And, you know, Yo Gotti was crusting with songs like Rake It Up, some of these type pitches, and other type ones. DaBaby, Lil Baby was starting to crust manifest within some of those type pitches. So this is kind of the format as far as saying trap was kind of in the upswing still within those pitches as far as the format's kind of happened. But look after it, Lil Durk was on the rise as far as, and basically he had a pretty strong grip within the streets as far as those first happens. Definitely within the pitch that he built up a pretty large catalog pretty quickly with like the aspects of all these underground type mixtapes. This month Signed to the Streets 2.5 might even be like his 8th, 9th, or 10th mixtape as far as this first happen. So he put out plenty of these throughout the 2010s. Definitely going to get to some more of these, but this is kind of the pitch as far as saying. But yeah, this one did have a single. Just be able to say, Make It Out. It's the single out this product had a music video. So this is like a dope, glared, and sorted kind of neighborhood reflect. Kind of get with the aspects of it here. Just smoke nice one. I would definitely say to this, just kind of some muddy driftings. So just kind of the product. Very similar to the sort of anguish that Lil Baby had in 2017 pitches like that as far as those ordeals kind of happen. Definitely some of those type products that like, you know, where you would pour out a 40 ounce, something like that within those products. It's kind of the after effect of like that grim kind of muddled skies pitches like that. So when I say muddy drifting, it's kind of aspect that is kind of the commerce within the aspect. These do have a sense of trap makeshift within a sense as far as those fairs can happen. So just the pitch as far as saying this the product of like the good single that you'd have in like the Tuesday, the more or less early weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday type fair within the product. It is something to kind of have for like the aspect of like the get-alongs, but just kind of in a leftover trap type fashion. So once again, this is a free type project here within these pitches, but it does have some breakthrough within the aspect of this kind of leftover thoughts of like the product of like Flockavelli trap and pitches like that, just kind of within a more type format, like the Cloudy Skies pitches like that. It's kind of a format for smoking in the whips and those type fairs. Just like the dredge of just remembering how things kind of were back in, you know, 2010, 2010, 2014, some of those years within the pitch as far as those aspects can have. But definitely excellent with the pitch as far as getting those leftover products as Lil Durk was starting to break through. Very similar to Lil Baby's come up around this time, so definitely I'd say excellent type fair. But yeah, I recommend every song off this mixtape here, all 9 of these songs, so easily gets a 10 out of 10. There are some ones on here that do have that particular appeal of like some Instagram-centric type stuff. So some of these type ones, for example, one of which would be Streets Want Me. One of these would be Streets Want Me with Moneybagg Yo as far as these fairs can happen. It's like a feeling lofty and jazzy kind of early Instagram embellish kind of get within the aspects of it here. Just pop smoke like I'd have to say some of those type ones like What You Know About Love, some of those type pitches I'd have to say this very flitty within the aspects as far as those tones can happen. So just the particular fair, Lil Durk was really starting to get good at this particular style as far as putting out some of those type ones within the centricness of what particularly lasts for a good while. This Instagram story type feed type stuff and then pitches like that. This particular for starlets on there striking pose pitches like that. As far as so far as those ordeals kind of happen, so just good type pitch for some of that pop grit, or just a social media kind of pop grab as far as those pairs are going to happen. Another one that does that pretty well is Feels Good with YF and Lucci as far as those pairs are going to happen. This is like a good combo. Streets Want Me, I'd have to say, like I was saying, good type pitch for that. And this like Instagram plushness, I would definitely say here, great song to lay back to. Pitches like that have bellas within, have good polished bells within the product of it as far as the fair is going to happen. DVD night, definitely something within those tones. Pitches like that. Blu-ray within senses, just good type fair, good song to dine to as far as this pitch can happen. So this and the product, just more homebound type stuff, just more domain type noise than the pitch of just not feeling right out and kind of more within a ferocious type sense, but just the aspect of just kind of more centered and just centered golden, just lushness as far as this pitch is going to happen. So just to miss the aspect of it, just plainer, more sedate. Some good nice ones on there as far as this fair is going to happen. Too Raw is an excellent type one. This is like a vintage Lil Durk, I'd have to say, within the products over here, just getting turned like a throwback kind of leftover drill. I'd have to say one of the few type ones that has the aspects from what he was doing in like 2011, 2012, 2013. Definitely some excellent type ordeals, but feels like an afterthought in certain senses. Just like some harrowing kind of Taco Bell type music pitches like that. So this is the product of picking up some of those type fares, getting like a quesadilla, quesarito, some type pitches, gordita pitches like that. Some particular type products just to miss. Like, there is another one that's kind of like that. Like basically is a good nice one for that as well within some type pitches. So you do get some Taco Bell romps and just late shift kind of hours pitches like that. Just amongst like the grit and grease of it as far as those fares are going to happen. This is the closest one to like the vintage Durk that kind of has like the feralness when he's on songs like Animal and some of those type ones, and L's Anthem, some of those type pitches from those particular early days. So this is the pitch as far as saying good type product. Basically is a quality one as well as like Street Lights and Street Corner kind of dim stroll outings, kind of go with the aspects of it here. Do like the tone as far as these tones kind of have them with it. Just homies, late daps, those type products with your pals, just simple kind of noise, get some, have some combos and memes, pitches like that. Some type products, just kind of an Arby's type song, Taco Bell within pitches. Arby's type music, Taco Bell type music within pitches. Didn't have enough room to write Taco Bell within those aspects unless I wanted to lengthen it, but it's just kind of the ordeal as far as saying. Definitely some Arby's type music, Taco Bell pitches like that. Just great song to toke to within those pairs that just like the night shift. Great type hangout type noise within the night shift, kind of out in street corners, pitches like that within the grease of it as far as it's supposed to happen. So excellent type pitch. The Story 2.5 is a nice one as well as like a dreary kind of neighborhood gloom, I'd have to say here within the products of it. This definitely reminds of Lil Baby pitches like that, especially 2017 Lil Baby when he was more on his mixtape type fare, some of those initial type ones. Definitely within the product of it. It's a great song to smoke with pals, pitches like that, but definitely needed some pick. It's a great nice one to smoke with pals, pitches like that, but definitely needed some pick me ups. That's that easy kind of product to pick up like a 30 pack of beer. Some of those type products get hella kind of Captain Morgan, Jack Daniels going. Some of those type pitches with them fair, just getting some turn up like the products. I'm actually very surprised that there's not house party type numbers on here within the pitch, like some sort of feral type craziness. I mean, there are at least a couple dap type songs that Taco Bell runs pitch like that within those products, like some in between kind of outing type fare, basically Too Raw, and I'd probably say at least one other type one True Colors within certain type pitches. But in terms of like the carnivorous type sense, when you think of something like Grove Street Party by Waka Flocka, and I want to probably say that Lil Durk has some songs like that. I mean, I definitely need to get a lot further kind of Lil Durk rotation kind of going with like Sign to the Streets from 2013, some of these type pitches and further type ones within these aspects. Life ain't no joke, some of these type fares, and I'm still ahead of some of these type ones I've reviewed, but within the pitches for saying, but this is a particular type one for just neighborhood type fare within the aspect, just the gloom type fashions, that it's kind of smoking, but it's kind of more kind of within the soul in this aspect. But yeah, just to say, not lack of house party songs, but just one pitch, there are some products for like some step out within those pitches that definitely excellent. It does have some candidness, which is some good type ordeals, but this is the pitch as far as sense. I like the product of this album definitely within these pitches. Trying to think of some other songs I haven't talked about on here. India's a nice one. This is to his particular diva, I forget. I think it's like India Love, something like that. I don't remember its full bound. It's just the pitch as far as saying it's like a sludgy and muddled kind of bay free thought to kind of get within the aspects of it here. Then the aspects of it here is like an in between the hardship, I'd say within the product of it, just kind of finding some spare time within the pitch, just having a bay in mind pitches like that. So kind of be where like the bell is like the shine through like the grit and the grease as far as what's supposed to happen. Just a good aspect, like the diamond in the rough, some of those type products within the aspect of it, just good type fare. It's this easy song for pushing as far as what's supposed to happen. So this kind of a hustle type song, DJ drama type hustle type song with like a not so much a soulful type push, but just kind of a push along, just the aspect of just have more bellas kind of in mind within the pitch. So this is a plusher kind of night shift type grit with divas in mind as far as this pitch kind of, but this good type product just to miss the fare of just like spare type aspects, like I was saying, in between the hardship, I'd have to say. In between the hardship, I'd have to say good type fare for that. And then Don't Love is a quality one. This has a good feature from Derez to Sean, excellent type fare within these pitches. He was blowing up around this time as well. That's Debo from like the old Dat Piff days with Slim Dunk and Waka Flocka if you don't remember him. But just being able to say Don't Love is like a twinkled and brooding kind of trap for all it to kind of get here within these aspects. Just smoking loud, I'd say definitely amidst like the usual grit, and it's just good for some late shift. So this one's just more gas station runs, pitches like that, snack runs, some of those type products. Just kind of more neighborhood weaving, just from the aspect of make it out. It's more of like the car commerce type one. It's more amidst like the makeshift type fair and like a drifting type one of just kind of hustlers makeshift, but more in the format of just kind of the conduit and meld towards like blue collar type makeshift pitches like that. This is kind of one that's kind of like the on foot type variation, and just like neighborhood just jaunts. If you are just picking the after effect of just kind of on foot, getting envelopes and pitches like that, standard fares that you got to get within like the standard tasks and errands as far as this pitch can happen. Definitely easy enough to smoke to some of these type ones, get some tacos, some of those type pitches within format. So this excellent type ordeal. So this mixtape gets a 10 out of 10 within these pitches. Social score I'm going to go ahead and give either like a 9.75 or a 10 out of 10. I mean, the quality of it's definitely on here. It does have these commercial type products. Lil Durk has a pretty good sense of commercial on this fair. I mean, within certain senses, this doesn't feel as full bound like a mixtape as far as this pitch can have. Definitely a steal that it's free within those particular formats about it, but it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying that it does have these Taco Bell songs on here, pitches like that, as far as like the ordeals, as far as just saying like the neighborhood grit and grease, as far as those aspects of just like some shifts of just getting, smoke product with your pals, pitches like that, having those good gorditas and quesadillas, pitches like that. But it's just kind of ordeal in terms of like the feral Lil Durk. That's about the only thing. It just kind of feels like the product that just getting a Lil Durk type product without some sort of feral bite within like the Tibble type product just feels. It's not so much it feels full bound slight, but it's just kind of pitch. It does feel necessary to kind of want that within those pitches, but it's just kind of fair as far as saying it's excellent type ordeal. So I'll say 10 social just because the quality is definitely on here and it's free pitches like that. So this is a throw-in type project. It just doesn't have like the typical kind of drill knockout type banger, but I'm still going to give it a 10 out of 10. So in terms of the future, like Lil Durk has dropped the 2025 album pitches like that. So it's within those ordeals as far as saying he has plenty of these type projects. There are further type mixtapes and compilation albums pitches like that. Some type products I'm going to get to. Definitely going to get to some more of these 2010s type mixtapes pitches like that. But this is an excellent blistering type one within the product of it. 10 out of 10 easily within these pitches. Is kind of a mixtape, kind of leftover later era, Dat Piff era kind of standout. Definitely has the Taco Bell runs pitches like that. Some good neighborhood grease, some of those type of ordeals. It's the product, some good ones. Also some good pop shine pitches like that with these Instagram blossoming kind of Instagram grabs pitches like that for like the divas pitches like that. Just some good product, some of those type fairs. It has the commercial type moments, has some good trap makeshift on here pitches like that, has the Taco Bell songs, so excellent type pitches, pretty balanced type product of it.